This is the second video that explains 5 things to know really well so that you can do well in Theory 2. There are 5 topics that should have been learned in Theory 1 that we hope going into Theory 2 you know well. The first video was on key signatures, and we also started explaining how to build major scales. In this second video we're going to review that a little bit and then talk about building minor scales. The saying, fast cars go down around every bend, can be very helpful in memorizing the sharps in order. If you place the first letter, F for fast and C for cars and so forth, if you place the sharps in that order, so we'll do F, C, G, A, D, A, E, B, you will get the 7 sharps in the order that they belong. And then we said that you take the the rightmost sharp, go up to the next line or space, and you get the name of that key. So let's just do one of those. Let's go to where we would have 5 sharps, and the rightmost sharp is A sharp. If you go up to the very next line or space, it turns out that that is a B, and then this is a B major scale. So that was what was explained, at least in terms of sharps, in the last video. And then we also explained with flats, you go to, sorry, let me go back here. With flats, you go to the second to last flat. So I'm going to put B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. There's the flats in order. And if I say the saying in reverse order, fast cars go down around every bend, I have the flats in reverse order. So just memorize that saying, use it forward for sharps, use it reverse for flats. Let's just build one flat scale. Let's put B flat, E flat, A flat, and right there you have 3 flats. The second to last flat, which is the system we use for flats, right? Second to last flat is the name of the key. Well, that second to last flat is E flat. And so I'm going to start here on low E flat and just go up by step and build an E flat major scale. Okay, so that's the system for the flats in order, the sharps in order, and for building both flats and sharps. But in this video, I'd like to talk about minor scales. Regardless of whether you use a sharp key or a flat key, you basically start on the first scale degree and go up to the 8th note, and that builds your scale. With minor keys that use the same key signature, they're called relative minors. You start on the major scale's 6th scale degree and go up by step until you repeat that letter name, and you wind up building a minor scale that has the same key signature. So in a sense, we're talking about relative minor keys. Let's do a sharp key. So let's do, this would normally be 2 sharps, and under normal circumstances, we'd take that rightmost sharp, go up to the next line or space, and say it's D major. So let me build, just for argument's sake, let me build a D major scale. And I had mentioned that it's the 6th scale degree that is the minor key that uses the same key signature. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this note here, B, that uses the same key signature, and so the B minor scale shares the key signature with D major, and so we say B is the relative minor of D major because it uses the same key signature. They're related by key signature. Another way of thinking of the 6th scale degree, a scale has 8 steps, is if you go down from the top note, if you just go down 2 notes, you'll also get to the 6th scale degree. So however you want to get there. So let me go ahead and just get rid of this D major scale, and now start on B, but still using this key signature of 2 sharps. B, C sharp, right, because of the C sharp, D, E, F sharp because of this sharp, G, sorry, A, and B. Right, so that is a B minor scale. It has the pattern that you need, which is whole step, right, from B up to C sharp, then half step from C sharp to D, whole step from D to E, whole step from E to F sharp because of the key signature, half step from F sharp to G, whole step from G to A, and whole step from A to B. But again, we don't have to really be cognizant of the whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole pattern that builds any minor scale. What we just have to remember is as long as we have the right key signature, we will get the right scale. Let's try another minor scale. So I'm going to still stay with sharps and just use one sharp. Okay, the key of G, because G is a half step lower, right? A half step lower than that, or if I go from the F sharp, I can go up a half step. It's G. This would have been a G major scale. I'm going to go ahead and put a G major scale here. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. But the sixth scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sixth scale degree is E. And so this is also, in addition to being a G major scale with F sharp, that one sharp is the same key signature for E minor. So let's go ahead and make that an E minor scale by starting, instead of starting on, here, put the one sharp again. There it is, the F sharp. Instead of starting on G this time, I'm going to start on E. Then F, F sharp, right? That's an F sharp. Then G, A, B, C, D, E. And that's an E minor scale. E to F sharp is a whole step. F sharp to G is a half step. There's a whole step from G to A whole step from A to B, a half step from B to C, a whole step from C to D, and a whole step from D to E. So we've shown you two relative minor scales. You just go to the sixth scale degree. The sixth step of a major scale is the note that you can start on for the relative minor. Let's do one flat scale. So there we go. I'm going to clear this off and use two flats. Two flats is normally the key of B flat. Remember, our method with flats is to go to the second to last flat. So since the last flat was E flat, the second to last flat is B flat. So this would be a B flat major scale from B flat to B flat. And the sixth scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth scale degree is G. So it turns out using two flats, B flat and E flat, in addition to having a B flat major scale, I can also have a G minor scale. I'll start on G, go up by step, G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, and G. So now B flat and E flat give me the pattern that I need of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, and whole step. There's a G minor scale. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the three versions of the minor scale, and we'll use a flat scale for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put three flats here. Can you guess what that major key, right, would be the second to last flat? So here's the last flat. Let's go to the second to last one. The major key would be E flat major. But can you guess what minor scale it is? Well, if I had an E flat major, here we go, an E flat major scale, it turns out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth note is C. So it's a C major, C minor scale. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right now. C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and C. So there are three forms of the minor scale. This is called the natural or pure minor scale. It's basically its basic form. It's the relative minor of E flat major. So C minor with an E flat, that's a lowered third scale degree. With A flat, that's a lowered sixth scale degree. And B flat, that's a lowered seventh scale degree. That's a C pure or natural minor scale. Now, one of the other forms of the minor scale is called harmonic minor. And harmonic is almost like the pure or natural minor. The only difference is instead of this flat 7, we have a raised 7. So we're going to make that B natural. In a sense, we're canceling out this flat over here. We're making it B natural. And by doing that, we end up having in between the A flat and the B natural now, we end up having an augmented second, a larger interval. So that's the harmonic minor scale. And then the other form of the, let me write that down, harmonic. Okay, harmonic minor. And then the other form of the minor scale is called the melodic minor. Now for that one we need two versions of the scale, ascending and descending. So I'm going to erase this and start over here. So our C minor scale going up, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, but then coming down, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D, and C. So in our melodic minor, we keep the lowered third going up, but we raise both the 6th and the 7, ascending. And then descending, we lower the 6th and the 7, as well as the third coming down. So the melodic minor is kind of tricky because it has a different sound going up. It has a raised 6th and 7th scale degree, and then it has a lowered 7th and 6th scale degree going down. But notice our key signature, our basic key signature, is that of the natural or pure minor. That's the 3 flats. And the way we get that key signature is we think of E flat major, we go to the 6th scale degree of E flat major, which was C, and we build it on the same key signature. So that is how you figure out relative minors. You build it on the 6th scale degree of the major key signatures, major scales that you've already learned.